Right, Monica?
Yeah. Okay. Well, hi, everyone. I'm super excited that you're all here and that you're joining us. So, basically, the breakdown of this call is going to go like this. We're going to talk about our stories, why we joined, how we make money as a fitness and health coach, and what we do on a day to day. That's it. Just three things. So, Ashley, do you want to start off?
Okay, so for those of you who don't know me, I'm Ashley. I'm a mom of two crazy boys, and I was going to school for accounting. I was working at like a financial place doing all their bills and stuff. I was checking all the boxes, trying to like be the perfect young mom to begin with, and I was so burnt out and I was so depressed. I was constantly binge eating ice cream and then trying to like run off my mom that and was never seeing any success with it. So finally I reached out to my coach and I was like, what are you doing? And I got started and I fell in love with the products first and foremost. I was like, holy crap, like I did not know how to eat right from the beginning. And I had no clue I could work out from home while my kids were going crazy in the background. And then I got pregnant. Well, I only had one kid at that time. Then I got pregnant and I was like, no, I can't do anything while I'm pregnant, and quit everything. Well, I was miserable that entire pregnancy, and I kept watching my coach working from home or working from the beach all summer long while I was dreadful pregnant, going to work, putting my other son in daycare. And finally I was like, what are you doing? Because I am so sick and tired of putting my kids in daycare, watching you at the beach, because quite frankly, that's really annoying if you can do it and I can't do it. And so she was like, you can, like, you can do this. And I was like, well, I'm not fit. Like, hello, I'm pregnant. And she was like, you don't need to be fit, Ashley. You just need to care about other people and start learning how to take care of yourself better and just be a constant example of how to get healthy, how to work on yourself, and what to do. And so finally I was like, okay, I'm going to give this a shot. And I didn't do all the things that my coach told me to do in the beginning. I was pregnant. I was kind of miserable. And then I was sitting in the hospital and I was so broke, you guys, to where my son ended up with jaundice, and I had gotten discharged, and they told me, well, you can stay in the room with your son, but you like just don't get like any medical attention, and you can't order the food from the cafe unless you pay for it. And I was like, I can't order the food. Well, then how am I going to eat? She's like, you can order the food and pay for it. And I was like, I don't have money to pay for it. And so like postpartum depression just like sunk in right there in the hospital, and financial depression and stress and everything. And I was like, okay, I am sitting here with an opportunity to make an income and I'm not doing anything about it. And I'm doing nothing sitting here because my kid's under the belly ribbon light or whatever it's called. And I'm just sitting here. So I pulled out my phone and I just was like, you guys, I'm going to get started with this health and fitness journey. And I'm going to, after these 6 weeks, when I get cleared by my doctor, I'm going to start working out and I'm going to do this boot camp. And I want you to join me. I just started inviting everyone to join me to this boot camp. And I was like, I'm sitting in the hospital right now, but I'm ready to go. And I want you to join me and let's do this together. And from that moment, I never looked back. I never stopped showing up. I never stopped telling people that I'm just going to keep working on me. I shared the struggles. I shared the successes and everything along the way. And here I am, home with my boys and able to go and do things. Like my fiance has a work trip, and his boss invited us to come with on the work trip. And I'm able to come here at the coffee shop while they're at the hotel swimming and do this call because I finally said yes and dug in 100%. Okay, that's my story.
I love it. Thank you for sharing that. I'll go ahead and share my story. I won't take that long, but not that you did. But mine is a little bit different because I don't have kids. I decided to move myself to California. I knew nobody out there. I was like, I'm just gonna live my life and jump on this and say, okay, I'm gonna all my people were in. Well, when I started, I was like, okay, I basically said, I have a good job. I'm an analyst. I was an analyst for WebMD. And I said, is this it? like, you know, is there anything else out there? And so for me, it was more of an outlet because I've always been athletic. I've always been into sports, but I always wanted a team. I wanted to be part of something. I didn't want work to just be the only thing that I had every single day, even though I'm such a people person. And I said, I love hanging out with them. I connect really well with my my coworkers and everything, but I said I wanted something more. So for me, it was like an outlet to be like, okay, I'm not miserable with my life, and I want to have something outside of my 9-to-5 job, and you know, just come home and be like, hey, I'm talking to amazing women from all over the US and UK and Canada, and like we're all coming together, connecting because we want to either work out, we want to be healthy, we want to be more confident, we want to just have more self-worth, more just knowing that we deserve more. And like that was like so empowering, and that's why I coach. Like that is why I do this. And it's crazy that, you know, then I decided to move back to New York, and now I'm doing this full time. And I will tell you this, it's a lot of work, but it's so rewarding because you get to find the freaking better version of yourself. Like you have no idea. And that's what this has done so that's kind of my story. There's so much more to it, but I want Allison to go and to share your story.
Can you hear me? Did I unmute?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll mute myself.
I'm technologically just very challenged. So, and I'm managing 2 little humans. My gremlins could come at any time. So be aware. My story is just one of luck of the draw, I guess. My girlfriend beyond and before, and has nothing to do with Beachbody, is Raina. And so she never asked me to join the business. We knew each other for a while and a long time, and before I even started this. I had my 2 kids very close together, 16 months apart. Recommendation, just look at your timelines. Most people have their babies, and all my girlfriends said, oh my gosh, I lost so much weight breastfeeding. I was breastfeeding and all the weight fell off. And I was like, really? I put on 50 pounds after I birthed my child. Like I put on weight after. People were wondering if I was pregnant with number 3. And I was like, no, I am literally eating my sadness. I'm drinking and eating my sadness. I had severe postpartum depression. About 4 of my best girlfriends all moved away. All needed to buy homes in a place that was a bit cheaper. I'm from Vancouver, Canada. It's expensive here. To start a family, you got to move away. So I all of a sudden was secluded. I had 2 little drooly gremlins. I put on 50 pounds. My life was just not the way it used to be. And I would say to my husband, I think we made a mistake. And that crushed my soul. You have to understand. I wanted to be a mother. I wanted to have this life. And for those words to come out of me, I knew something wasn't right up here. And being not right up here was a reflection down in my body. At that point, when you have a good friend, they intervene. And Raina stepped in and she's like, you need to start working out from home. Things are not going well for you. And I was like, I don't work out from home. I did Ironman. I had a crazy athletic life. If you ever follow me on Instagram, you can see all the pictures. That was all taken away after I had kids, and it was really hard for me to figure out how to get that back. My journey started in the basement of our new house by myself while kids napped, while somebody was in like the rocker thing and I was doing my thing. And I slowly got my life back because I put myself first. That is how this started for me. I then started coaching only 7 months ago. And the game changed when I went to Summit. And when I went away, and I can only say this because I haven't met everybody here, but I got to meet Ashley and Monica for the first time. And we are not just people on the internet. These are truly wonderful humans. that literally make my heart so happy. And I now feel like I have a plethora of friends. I do my workouts from home. I'm back to running, and I actually like my children. So it's a full circle. All this kind of came together. And it was because I took a chance on working from home, coaching. I'm a full-time high school theater teacher. So this is not my full-time job. I'm a side hustler. I always will be. I can't see why I would leave my full-time job, and you don't have to. Mm-hmm. The great thing about coaching is you can make this whatever you want.
Yes.
It can be anything you want because it's about you.
Yes.
This is about your journey and how this then benefits you. So that's my story. I'm still working on the 50 pounds. It's not all off, but I'm way happier and committed to the journey. That's my story.
I love it. I love it. And I love you.
I love you guys.
Okay, so next, does anyone have any questions or anything? If you have any questions, just type it in the chat. But next we're going to talk about how you make money. Ashley?
So as Allie first said, though, like the reason why she started building this business is because she started working on herself first. And Monica said that she started working on like the personal development and things like that. So what we do first before we make to make money is we work on ourselves. Like first and foremost, if you're not willing to work out, if you're not willing to eat healthy, if you're not willing to be a work in progress and learn, then you're not going to make money in this business. And you have to want to share that and help other people. So it's about sharing your journey through social media. You'll see all of us sharing every single day. We're posting, we're sharing in our stories what's going on. And we're not just like a billboard for look at my shake or look at my workout. Like we're like, look at my crazy children and I'm still getting my workout in. Or I had pizza last night, so I'm going to clean up my act and look at what I'm eating today too. Like it's being real, not being a billboard of perfection. And so I just wanted to add that in there before I talk about how the income works. So as you're helping people get set up with their own journey, there's so many different things that we offer, and it's finding out, like just asking questions like, do you work out right now? Okay, if they need a workout program, we help them with the workout program. How is your nutrition? If they need the nutrition side, then we'll help them with the nutrition side. We decide whether like what people honking at me. No, not really, but they're like, we just ask questions and ask them like, how is your workout? How is your nutrition? Things like that. Got thrown off by the honk. Anyways, and then whatever we set them up with, we get a 25% commission is how that works. And as we continue to grow, like we're not just working off of commission all the time. Like, yeah, we're helping people get set up with that. And then there's residual income to where people will continue to order pre-workout, Shakeology or Beach Bars or things like that. And those orders will kind of just start gradually. Like the more people you talk to, the more people you help, the more they're going to keep ordering, and you'll see that income coming in month after month after month. But then if there's the other side where you can build a team too and earn bonus income off of your team and earn volume off of your team. And that side gets a little more tricky to explain, but the potential to build your team and to build a family and of friends, like Jessica, Belinda, Danielle are all coaches on my team, and like just to get together with them and build that team and knowing that we're all supporting each other's businesses to make more income is way more like fulfilling than just thinking about cashing in a check when you're hanging out with your friends.
Yeah, I agree. Why don't we share a little bit more about like how we've used the income that we receive? So in Beachbody, like we get paid every Thursday. It's not biweekly, because like when I used to be in salary, it's like every other week. But here in Beachbody, it's every Thursday. And so technically Thursday is like our Monday as like a work week. So if you guys want to share like what have you used the income that you receive from Beachbody? Like what have, like, groceries, like trips, or, clothing, like stuff like that, if you want to share a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I can definitely speak to that because my kids are 2 and 3.5. and the time I have for any type of self-care. I rolled into Summit. You guys should all know, if you've seen us in the last little while, some of these girls had like their nails done, the eyelashes on, the eyebrows, the hair blown out. Yes. Nothing.
Thank you, Beachbody.
Nothing. None of it done because I couldn't afford it, nor did I have the time. And with an increase in my Beachbody paychecks, I have said I am going to self-care things for myself. So yes, I can pay for groceries now. We can put more gas in the car. But again, this is my journey. So I'm treating myself with my money. I worked for this. This is my job. So for me, I am getting my nails done. I'm paying for my hair. So things like that, I am putting my paychecks to now. And I love it. Wait until you guys see my nails coming up.
Can I just tell you guys how much of a skeptic Levi was, my fiance, in the beginning? Like, he literally thought this was a joke, and he was the least supportive person in my entire life, which it sucks because he's the person who should have been the most supportive. Mm-hmm. And that's just some people, and there's nothing you can do about that. But I had to prove him wrong. I had to show him that I can do this. I had to show him that there is an income potential, because for some guys, that's all that speaks to them. Mm-hmm. So Beachbody does not guarantee any level of success, income, blah, blah, blah. It all depends on you and your hard work. Let me start there. But after like 2 years in the business, I was able to quit my job, and I dropped out of college because I hated it, you guys. I was just doing it because I thought I was checking off boxes. And I realized I could do this full time. And so Levi, once I quit my job, Levi was like, oh, we have no money for anything. You're not getting your nails done. You're not getting your hair done. You're not doing anything like that. And so I was like, well, I'm going to just work harder, help more people, and do more. And now I got my nails done. Like, I'm able to do the little things. And today I took the boys' school clothes shopping on my Beachbody income. And I even just made a post about that too. But Levi was like, how much did you just spend? And I was like, I got it. Like, it's all through Beachbody. Like, I didn't even touch our personal account. And it's not all about money, you guys, but at the same time, like, the stress and the fighting and the arguing that would come from the financial situation sucked. And to know that I could just work on myself and work on helping other people to get to this point. Yeah.
Yeah. To just piggyback on that, it's, I feel like, money is like the stress for everyone, right? It's like, relationships or husband and wives and school and all that stuff. But what really really opened my mind about this business is that it's first you have to work on yourself. And so when you hear like, hey, are you working out? Are you doing a program? That's the most important thing, because first you have to take care of yourself and everything else is going to come. You can make the $1,000 a week. You can make the $250, but it just depends on how you're working on yourself. And, and I think it's freaking awesome that you have a part-time job, a hustle, full-time job where you get to take care of yourself. You work out and you eat, and sometimes you don't eat the best, but that's okay because we're all human. But you have a group of women who are supporting you and motivating you and giving you feedback and sharing stuff. Like, that's real empowerment, right? That's real right there. And we speak so much about, empowering one another, but we're actually doing it. Like, we're real. And so I just wanted to share that. But yeah, okay. So do you want to add
a little bit more about, because people are like, well, what is it that you do as a coach? Like, what is the daily work and what goes into it? And like,
yes.
And so maybe Allie, if you want to touch on that now, like more on like our challenge groups and kind of the work that goes in there.
So, you'll hear everybody say, if you treat it like a hobby, you'll be paid like a hobby. And that's kind of the mantra that everybody says. So if you're talking to 2, 3, 5 people, that's how many, that's going to equal what your paycheck's going to look like. You do 2 things. Number one, I think, is that it's very important that you run a very inclusive, fun challenge group, your own. Don't piggyback on your uplines, because people are connecting to you. They want to be with you. So I plug people into my own personal group for the MM100, for example. A bunch of us kind of group together. We have this big VIP page. But all of my people, participants, coaches, everybody that's in that are also in my personal page. And I love on them hard, because it's through those challengers that are going to at some point go, maybe I should coach. This is really awesome. I'm going to love on them so that they see the rad vibes and it trickles down into their head, and then they want to pursue this business also. So challenge groups are so important. It's also amazing for your own accountability. Like, I have to check in with my challengers. If I'm like drinking wine and eating pizza, I'm like, you guys did your workout? Good. Like, you know, I have to have some sort of accountability and some, you know, and I do drink wine and eat pizza. It's a picture I'm painting. So, but that's the first thing. The second thing that we work the business is we are talking to people via social media. And again, there's numbers, there's how much you want to put into this, there's how you talk to people, there's lots of mechanics to it, but they're actually really simple. And the idea is that you are connecting, because it's through connections that people then go, hey, I want to do something with you. Hey, I trust you. Hey, let's chat some more. And in those moments, you actually see the value in this. I definitely am not like, hey, is your hair shiny? Do you want to buy this? That's not my vibe. I want to know what type of life. Are you healthy? Are you happy? That's what I'm always talking about. Are you happy? Let's make you happy. Let's talk about that, even if we just become friends.
Love it.
Yeah. For me, yeah, it's the same. Like, if I'm helping someone, I want them to get results. Just like I'm getting results, I want them to get results, because if I believe in something, if I believe in these programs that they can change my life, they can also change their lives. So I am diving in deep with them because they trust me, we've connected, they believe in me, they are trusting the process and the program and the groups. And so I plug them into my group, and there is a process along the way that I've set for them. And, you know, that's for me, that's huge. Like, that's my family there. Like, these women, like, I've known them for like close to like 4 to 5 years. Like, some of them I've gone to their weddings. Like, they've invited me to their homes and we slept over. And like, these are like, I have better friendships now than 5 years ago, 10 years ago, with like friends from high school, because we all, you know, outgrow each other and as well. But, you know, it's also like just like Ali said, just connecting with people, and like not overcomplicating it, just talking to people as if they were like your grandma or a friend that you haven't seen in a while, and say, hey, what's up? Like, what's going on? Like, cool. Okay. You're working out. Like, what are you even doing? Oh, you want to, like, you see me like working out, like, oh, why don't you try one of the workouts? That's it. Like, that's a conversation. That's like a connection that you've just created, and you don't even know it, right? And you're probably doing it every single day, but you're just not getting paid for it. You're not signing people up, and that's why we're here. But also, that's, you know, that's one part of it, like showing up in your Instagram page, sharing that you're working out, but also, you know, there's gonna be times where people aren't ready, and that's okay, because maybe, you know, we've all gone through it where we're like, okay, we're not ready yet to, you know, really focus on ourselves, but maybe in 2 weeks, maybe in a month. So that's also part of, you know, coaching, where you're tracking these connections and following up with them, right? But again, it depends on how much time you want to dedicate to this. If you want to dedicate like an hour, if you want to dedicate more, it's really up to you. So it's, you know, if you decide to join us, like, you know, it's basically just talking with us and saying, hey, like, what are your goals? Like, what do you really want to achieve?
So when I first started, I was working, going to school, doing volunteer work, had a baby. And I was like, I can't build a business. Like, I have no time. Like, when I'm not working, I'm either studying or helping or raising my child. Like, there's no time. And then I realized, like, there is time. Like, there's pockets of time. Like, I'd head to work 20 minutes early and sit in my car for 20 minutes and send out a few invites to people. And then on my lunch break, I would return messages and follow some people. And that's like some of the little work that goes in throughout the day. And then at nighttime, after I'd put my kids to bed, if I didn't have some big thing I had to do for school, I was working my business. And it meant maybe not watching TV that night. It meant maybe not going out on the weekends sometimes. But it wasn't like this huge sacrifice to where, like, I literally was just so drained and hated life. Like, it was like, no, I'm working towards this to be able to stop volunteer work or to stop working so many hours. And little by little, the hours or pockets of time that I did put into it paid off.
I muted myself. Do you want to add anything?
I was just going to say, I agree. There was a pause there, and then I was like, oh no, I agree. It didn't.
Yeah, I mean, so I don't have kids yet, but when I was working my 9-to-5 job, like, I would wake up at like 5:30 and I would work out. I would wake up, take my pre-workout, and then while I was waiting for it to kick in, I would just like do a little bit of work. So that was like maybe 10 minutes, and then I work out, and then I'll share something on my social media. Then I'll go to work. And when I went to work, it was like a 30-minute walk. So within that walk, I would listen to personal development, and and then when I was at work, I worked. And then when I had lunchtime, put in like another 20, 30 minutes. And then at nighttime, put in another 30 to an hour. So, even working full time, even if you're traveling, there's time.
So how do you guys get set up as a coach is probably like what's next? Like, okay, cool. Like, I'm interested. Now what do I do? And there's a lot of different options, and some of you might be like brand new to Beachbody World and you haven't done our workouts, you haven't done anything. We would help get you set up with like the whole package, and that would automatically waive your coaching fee. You might have already have gotten set up as a discount coach when you got your package. So technically you could probably start coaching right now. You just want to really talk to your coach and ask your coach what's the best fit for you. Yeah. But getting started as a coach ranges anywhere between $40 for like the basic package, but then you would also, you don't want to coach on just without having anything either. So you've got to get set up with the workouts and be proof that the product works. But then there's all the way up to like our packages, which are $160, but your coach can hook you up and get you a promo code for $10 off this month. So that's the best package that would get you set up with all the workouts for the entire year. Your Shakeology, if you didn't want Shakeology, you could do the pre-workout, just one or the other, showing that you're proof that the product works, because like we said in the very beginning, sharing what we're doing is our business.
Yeah. You come first, your fitness and your health. Even if you sign up, like, your coach will say your fitness and your health journey is first before anything. Like, the mindset needs to be right. You working on yourself, and everything will flourish. Everything will come. Okay.
So worst case scenario, Allie, what would be their worst case scenario?
You make friends and you're in killer shape.
Mm-hmm.
That's worst case scenario.
Like, even if you got started this month and you're like, wait, no, Paul, not for me. You're good, you guys. You're your own boss.
So good.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Do you guys have any questions, or Danielle, Jess, Alyssa? No? Don't be shy.
I love it.
Okay.
Go message your coach right now and let them know what you're thinking, and we will all chat.
And if you guys, and like, if you ever have any questions, we are a family. Even if you have an upline, you can always, say hey to any of us, and we'll be like, hey, what's up? Oh, you're with Ash? Amazing. Great. What, like, it's all good. So always say hi, connect, because it is. We're stronger together.
Exactly. Yeah. All right.
Bye, guys.
All right. Thank you for joining.